Last November, I filed articles of impeachment against our Attorney General, Eric Holder. This was a serious action. I'm not happy that I had to do it. The trust of the American people in their government is at an all-time low. They wonder, where's the Constitution? Is it still law? Is it alive? It is still law. It is still alive. I took a sacred oath to defend it. All of my colleagues took that same oath. Mr. Holder took that oath. Sadly, he has broken that oath many times. He has a long record of enforcing laws he likes and ignoring laws he doesn't like. The oath he took doesn't give him that choice. He is the #1 law enforcement official in America. We're having an immigration crisis on our border with Mexico. Kids are coming across in record numbers. Next year, our Border Patrol thinks that 150,000 kids will cross illegally. That's roughly the same number of Allied forces that invaded Normandy on D-Day. We have laws on the books to stop this crisis. And yet, Mr. Holder won't enforce those laws. Instead, he made up new rules that refuse to deport people who have come here illegally. He chose to break our laws. He chose to break his oath. The Internal Revenue Service has been using our tax code to harass Americans because their political views are opposite of the administration's. The watchdog over the IRS begged Mr. Holder to investigate because crimes may have been committed within the IRS by senior officials. Mr. Holder chose not to investigate the IRS. He chose politics over our laws. He chose to break his oath. Finally, Mr. Holder, under oath to tell the truth, told Congress that he had no involvement in an operation against a reporter working for a network Mr. Holder didn't like. Yet, Mr. Holder's signature was on the paper approving that operation. He chose to break our laws. He chose to break his oath, hoping to remind Mr. Holder about his oath and his duty to enforce all of our laws. Congress held Mr. Holder in contempt in June of 2012. He made history with 2 bipartisan votes holding him in contempt of Congress. Sadly, 2 years later, Mr. Holder continues to break his oath. The only weapon Congress has for federal officials who break their oath and our law is impeachment. I have 28 co-sponsors of my resolution to impeach Mr. Holder. I ask my colleagues to remember that we are a nation of laws. Show the American people that our Constitution is alive and well. Co-sponsor H.Res. 411, Articles of impeachment for Eric Holder. Thank you. I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman's time has expired. The chair recognizes the gentleman from New York, Mr. Jeffries, for 5 minutes.